Welcome back to JMC Live.
Yep. Wow.
But, you want to get back on...
I went wow because somebody wrote this like huge paragraph in the chat. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, they're praying for our illnesses and stuff that is going on. So.
Yeah. We've been, I have, an unmentioned illness that is ongoing that, keeps me from being able to work. And so this is kind of the only way that I can feel like I'm accomplishing something sometimes. Jeremy's been having health problems and, you know, so it's been rough, but we're here, we keep going, we don't let the devil beat us down, we're not going to quit fighting and sharing the truth. So, to you in the chat right now, and also to you watching on YouTube, what do you think about this school, you know, giving the survey out just so that they could post it in the local newspaper that the school runs? What do you think about that? I mean, to us, it's very disgusting that they want to know what a 14, you know, children are doing. They're enthused. They're enthralled about, oh, I want to know what this girl's doing and what that guy's doing, and you know, so on. It's oh, somebody wrote, it's sick. It is sick, but
it goes back to the whole, you know, Kinsey Institute where
we've never talked about that.
Well, that's why I was going there, where the little children, you know, from 3 or 4 months old were molested all the way up until, you know, adult age.
By pedophiles.
By pedophiles / scientists that were hired.
They were pedophiles.
And that agenda to find out about orgasms for male and female.
Well, Dawn wrote in the chat that Jesse Woodrow covered that, and yes, Jesse Woodrow did a fantastic job covering that about the Kinsey Institute. He actually interviewed a woman that had worked with the Kinsey Institute, and she talked about how all these files of what men had done to children, and even timed it, and it's so disgusting what these men did. And the Kinsey Institute is supported. It is thought of as one of the best things ever around because it empowered people about sex.
They didn't go to jail for this.
No, area. and the Kinsey Institute has sealed these files and will not allow the public to view them. So it tells you right there, something's not right, but it is a hidden thing that nobody really talks about, and not a lot of people know about. But props to Jesse Woodrow. Thank you for educating us.
The whole thing of the matter is that agenda, which was a scientific thing, has crossed over from a scientific study, which I'm not agreeing on it, but it's gone from that to an agenda that has been put into schools, that are being put into different locations. And, you know, I do not support anyone who wants to start talking about sexuality for 5th graders, 5-year-olds, high schoolers. I'm like, that's no one's business. You know, I don't see the point in surveying who's had sex, who hasn't had sex. I had a survey like that in school too. But, honestly, who's going to tell the truth in that? If you're like a 14-year-old boy, you're going to say, you know, every single day since you were like 4 years old, this is a joke. I mean, you can't even take it seriously. But at the same point, what about the ones that are being honest on this and they're actually saying, yes, I've done this. No, I haven't. This is what I've done. We have covered earlier another article that I'll just highlight on 9-year-olds, 12, 11-year-olds giving birth. Yep. So, I mean, the age of giving birth is getting younger. The sexual drives are starting sooner, and it's getting even more crazy. I'm waiting to see what Miranda's trying to find.
Well, I'm just scrolling down the Eternal Flame News. But what it comes down to is, do we even know what's really going on in our schools today? Our schools are a battleground for our children's souls. And to be honest, their bodies, their souls, their minds, everything. Because to me, these schools want them to mold them to be, I mean, not even know the truth. I mean, they're wanting to even take out our American history. There is one school or one state wanting to take out what happened, everything before the Civil War. And never cover it, never talk about how this country was founded, never talked about any of the Civil War, about slavery, nothing. All they're going to do is cover what happened after the Civil War. That's it. And to us, I mean, what else would they cut out? I mean, I've heard a lot of people say, I homeschool my children, or I send them to private school because I want to know what my children are being taught. And I don't blame parents for that. I mean, no, we're not parents ourselves, but I truly believe if I had a child, I would definitely not put them in public school after what I have been through, what my sister has been through, what Jeremy has been through. I mean, what I have seen teachers do to students, I've seen teachers physically abuse students in front of an entire class. I was degraded and humiliated by teachers. So, we need to pray about what is going on in our schools. We need to pray for these teachers. I mean, not all these teachers are bad. I mean, we do have some that are sleeping with the children and violating them. But there are Christian teachers in these schools, but they are not allowed to talk about God. They are not allowed to talk about faith. They are not allowed to even comfort people when they are grieving or anything. There's just so much out there about persecution of Christians today in America. And it's so sad that we are given these rights in our Constitution, in our Declaration of Independence, and everything about our God-given rights. And these are, and our forefathers felt that these were God-given rights. And slowly they're being taken away. And if our children don't know about these rights, if they don't even talk about how this country was founded, how are they going to know what their freedoms are and what their rights are? So, Jeremy, do you want to finish up on this? About, because I don't feel like I don't like being the one talking all the time. You know that you're the talker. I think this is the first time I've been on camera talking this much in like 2 months.
Time comes when you have to take a stand for something and you have to believe in that. And it's real difficult for kids today. It's real difficult for adults today. It doesn't matter which age group. It doesn't discriminate anymore. There's no divide between being an adult and being a kid anymore because you're exposed to the same material now. So for you adults out there that listen to the show, you have to treat your children like adults now. You can't just treat them like kids. You have to train them to live in the world. There's that big jump divide that said you just send them off to the world, like swimming, dump them in the water. That doesn't work. You're going to have to give them hands-on training. You're going to have to get in their head. You're going to have to do a lot more. And I'm not just talking about just the sex talk. I'm talking about with everything, When you go places and their experiences, hey, what did you learn from that? Try and have this dialogue where they'll talk to you, where they're not afraid of the punishment that you might give to them. Because if they will talk to you and you won't punish them for them talking, and you can pray together and help them figure a way. Because the thing is, you can spank their butt, take things away from them, but if they don't learn self-control, they're never going to survive.
So, for those watching and for everybody in the chat, spread the word. Go to eternalflamenews.blogspot.com. Share these articles. Get the truth out there and let people know what's going on. We thank you for coming tonight. We're going to end now and probably do an after show. We've got quite a few people that showed up. And but anybody that has any questions about JMC Live, if you want to comment, please email us at officialjmcministries@gmail.com. See you later.